Imagine on a usual day of your life, police officers and agents show up to your house and take you into custody. You are a suspect of a recent crime and you're taken to jail. You're suspected of raping a young woman at gunpoint. Things quickly escalate. Although the victim was blindfolded when she was presented with potential suspects, she chooses you. Furthermore, investigators claim that collected forensic evidence matches you. You become the focal point and the obvious offender in the eyes of the law. You try to claim your innocence and you try fighting for your life and for your right of freedom. The jury had no reason to believe you're innocent, and convicting you was the last nail in the coffin. You are guilty. You're hopeless, but there's nothing you can do. You end up spending the next 22 years of your life in prison. This sad story happened in 1981 to an 18-year-old. Kirk Odom, a teenager wrongfully convicted of a crime he did not commit. So what forensic evidence was used? And how could something like this happen? The answer is hair analysis. Experienced FBI agents would analyze hair samples from crime scenes. This was a routine forensic tool used by the FBI to confirm whether a hair sample matches a certain suspect. Presumably, experienced agents matched the hair sample with Odom's. Luckily, this will not happen to you today as forensic science developed more accurate tools, DNA analysis being the most accurate. And DNA is a molecule that contains a genetic code, specific and distinct for every person, exactly like a barcode. DNA analysis is more informative and can be taken from any tissue, including blood, saliva, semen, hair, skin, and bones. Examining DNA depends on the short tandem repeat or STR analysis. STRs are short DNA sequences that are repeated many times. Identical copies of the DNA are made using PCR or polymerase chain reaction in microfluidic devices. Microfluidics, as the name entails, is concerned with fluid flow in very tiny channels. These channels are made in micro or nanoscale, i.e. 1 millionth or 1 billionth of a meter. Microfluidic devices are precise, efficient, and cheap to make. One of the main methods of manufacturing microfluidic devices is electron beam lithography. In this method, a laser is directed into a substrate to carve or etch into desired shapes. It allows for the generation of extremely tiny chips and devices with channels smaller than hair. You can think of lithography as an ancient stone engravement, but at a much smaller scale. Forensic chips are made for STR separation, PCR, and DNA extraction. Through these devices, we can analyze different samples from different suspects simultaneously and identify which matches the forensic sample. Because of the specificity of a DNA genotype, this cuts the doubt during investigations. Quicker and immediate DNA analysis are continuously developed, and these are specifically important during golden hours or immediate hours after crime. This eliminates the potential time for an offender to disappear and accelerates release of innocent suspects. DNA analysis in microfluidic devices is a success for science. It has led to many organizations checking for older cases like that of Odom with questionable convictions. Initiatives like the Innocence Project were born, where thousands are expected to get what they deserved and where justice is served. Thank you for watching.